Hi everybody, welcome to Afterburner. I'm Bill Whittle. Well, as you probably know by now, PJTV is shutting its doors after 8 incredible years, so this will be the last Afterburner for me, at least here anyway. Back in 2008, I was writing my blog called Eject, Eject, Eject when I got a call from Roger Simon asking me to come down and see the new facility for an online TV channel. What an odd idea that was, called Pajamas Television. It was this space right around here, but at the time it was just empty rooms, which to me meant vaporware, and I declined with thanks the offer to work as a writer and video editor at PJTV. But just a couple of months later, I was asked to come in as a guest regarding an article I'd written on the 2008 Republican Convention. And in the time between those two events, these rooms around here had been transported by magic into the most high-tech studio I'd ever seen. So I asked if the offer was still open, and the fact that it was still open turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. The space where I'm standing right now, where I've stood for every one of these hundreds of Afterburners, is actually the center of a green cube with remote-controlled cameras that generate in real time the virtual set that you see behind me right now. What's weird about that is, as I do these segments, I'm facing a monitor, and that monitor is also doing the virtual set in real time, but the honest fact is, every single one of these Afterburners have actually looked like this. Weird, huh? It's still damn near impossible for me to believe it, since all I've ever seen are the same sets that you've seen over the years, but it's all done in a computer, and when I edit these segments, I never see the green at all. There's a control room in there with a staff of audio, camera, graphics people, producers, teleprompter operator, and of course the director, whose name is Dave Chung, and who's directed virtually every one of the hundreds of Afterburners that we've done here over the years. The rest of the crew has evolved slowly over time, but I'd like you to just say hi to the people that have made this show possible over the last several years. Come on out, guys. One big happy family. Come on. Hey, here we are. Get yourself on camera. You got to find your light, got to find your camera. Yeah, everybody in? Can you see yourselves? Great. Oh, where's Amy? There we go. This is the Afterburner crew. And that's Dave Chung right here. He's the only one besides me that have been here from pretty much from the beginning. The rest of these people are just the best people I ever met. Now get back in there, get to work. You know, it's a little hard to say this, but honestly, I'm going to miss this room that doesn't really exist, and I'm going to miss those people a lot more. Almost all of them are going to be staying on to be working on upcoming projects. That makes me very, very happy, because 8 years of steady employment in show business isn't just a great gig, it's damn near eternal life. And I'm very, very grateful to the people that have paid our paychecks over the years, because you would not have ever heard of me without them. As to my friends on the crew, I'll just repeat what a departing producer said to this same crew several years ago, and that is, guys, I would rather work with you people than with the best people in the business. We'll all work together again, just not at the same time. Now, looking back, I find it striking and not a little depressing that the best work I ever did in here, in my opinion anyway, was really my first major Afterburner, the true story of the atomic bombs. I'd done so much research on that. I was so happy with the structure that all of the work I've ever done in my life, I consider at least that one at least, to be an actual historical document. Now, I think that was my best work, but it's not my favorite work. My favorite Afterburner was called The Dowd Conundrum. I wrote it as a response to Maureen Dowd calling the newly elected Barack Obama Mr. Spock, but what it really turned into was a telling of how Star Trek was created, and it gave me a chance to sit in the bridge of the Enterprise in a way that made me believe it anyway. That was a real kick for me. I've been proud of every single one of the Afterburners I've done on this stage, and it was hundreds of them, but in no particular order, I must say that I was very pleased with iconography. I liked Ghosts of Independence very much. Howie meant an awful lot to me, that little bird, I miss him. And of course, the two monster hits that are both above 2.5 million views now, 3.5 Days, about appreciating what we have unseen all around us, and The Lynching, which did some very basic research into the Trayvon Martin tragedy and told the story that the media not only didn't tell, but actually covered up. So, now what? You know, when I was writing essays for Eject, 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 I had one I liked very much called Trinity, and I remember thinking that it would make a really good video if only I could find an actor who could deliver it. The idea that I'd be doing these myself was utterly beyond my comprehension, let alone ambition. But PJTV gave me a chance and the means as well, and now I have north of 40 million YouTube hits. Got a nice car, a nice apartment, my own little airplane, and a running business, none of which would have been possible without all of you, and especially the PJTV members who've been paying to see and hear me all of these years, and who've made this unexpected and weird and wonderful life possible for me. Because of PJTV, I've been to Guantanamo Bay twice. I've flown in an F-18 simulator at Miramar, ridden in a nuclear-powered attack sub 600 feet below the surface of the Pacific. And I've met and become friends with lifelong heroes of mine like Gary Sinise, Clint Eastwood, and John Voight, who I worship with the right half of my brain, and also people like Burt Rutan, Dick Rutan, and Mike Melville, who I worshiped on the other side. And I couldn't have done any of that without you. Now, going forward, I can keep doing these videos, but unfortunately not without your help. We couldn't do it without your help before, and we can't do it now. If you've been a member here at PJTV, or if you feel that these Afterburners have done you some good, I'd like to ask you to go over to billwhittle.com and click on the Join banner. You know, a very, very, very small percentage of the tens of millions who've seen these videos have had the vision, the generosity, and the love of country to actually pay to make them possible. And I'm hoping that you're one or can become one of those people and keep these videos, as well as Trifecta, which is moving over there, keep them alive and growing now that we need them the most. If you do, we'll be able to keep them coming. And if you don't, after several months, we won't. Now, right now, at the end of this video is the time. If you can do it, we really appreciate it. And I am happy to say that this will be my last paragraph on this stage, working with these great professionals and addressing fine people like you. Your support and comments have made me rise to your expectations and become the man I always wanted to be. I named the show Afterburner, like Firewall and Eject, 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 and all the rest, because all I wanted when I was a young man was to become a fighter pilot and serve my country. Over the last 8 years, your support has allowed me to serve my country in the best way that I know how. And if you want to join Steve Green, Scott Ott, and yours truly over at billwhittle.com, I know that they and I have a lot more work yet to do. So thank you for everything. Take care of yourselves, and don't ever, ever, ever give up.